Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is 14th December and I'm literally very sad because last year today I lost my favorite auntie to breast cancer. I know mostly breast cancer is actually focused on or spoken a lot about during the month of October. Then it will be forgotten until next October. But I feel it doesn't really hurt if I talk about breast cancer during the month of love, December, because breast cancer is not something that needs to be spoken about on particular days. It has to be spoken about every day because breast is a part of our body and it can fall short at any time. Kindly subscribe to the channel, like this video, comment and also share. As I talk a bit about breast cancer, the symptoms, the treatment, and some other stuff that I researched about. So first of all, what is cancer? Cancer is the abnormal growth of cells at any part of your body. Do you understand? So when there's abnormal growth of cells in your breast, that is termed as breast cancer. So apparently there are stages of breast cancer. So it starts off bit by bit. So stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4. But when you get to stage 4, that is the most dangerous stage, which can literally take your life. So my aunt got to stage 4, which is the metastatic stage. That means that the abnormal cells that were growing in her breast spread through to her lymph node and to other parts of her body. So it is literally a very good thing to notice breast cancer early. That is why it is really important that we take breast cancer screening very seriously. I can't come and talk to you guys without doing a bit of research. So I did some of my research from Google and also some other sites that I got to read from. According to what I researched, I learned that the left breast is more likely to get affected first than the right breast. It is 5 to 10% more likely to get cancer than the right breast. So we have to be on the lookout for our breast. These are not just important to we females, but also important to the males as well. You understand? So according to my source, causes of breast cancer, it includes getting older. So age really matters. As you are getting older, the chances of getting breast cancer increases. Genetic mutations, having dense breasts. When your breasts are very huge, so those with very big breasts are likely to get breast cancer in a way. So they always have to be on the lookout. Personal history of breast cancer, family history of breast or ovarian cancer, exposure to certain drugs. Also being female. Once you're a female, automatically you are likely to have breast cancer. So all females have to always be on guard. Please be on guard this December through next year 2023. I'm telling you to be on guard for your boobs. I felt like my auntie, we didn't find out early. We literally got to a stage that we couldn't do much because as at that point she was having a lot of health complications. It gives way for other diseases to affect you, also obesity. So now let's look at the symptoms of breast cancer. First on my list is you realize that there's a lump in your breast. That is why every morning as a lady it is advisable that you massage your breast. It has become a part of me. Anytime I wake up, I just pass my hands on my breast to find out if there's any abnormal lump anywhere in my breast, because I'm not taking chances at all. Also, when you realize that there is a discharge coming out of your breast, a discharge that is not breast milk, do you understand? Sometimes we ladies, even though we've not given birth yet, we see some sort of breast milk discharge coming out of our boob. That is something that has to do with hormonal imbalance. But if you see a discharge coming out of your boobs, that is kind of bloody. That means there's something dangerous going to happen. So you have to really pay attention to it. So when you feel pains in your boob or your nipple, please, you have to really pay attention to it. When you realize that Your nipple is sucking inside, it's going inside. You see, most people have navels that are outside, most people also have navels that are inside. But we know that automatically our nipples are supposed to be a bit popped out. We all know like the shape of our breast. Automatically the left boob is always supposed to be bigger than your right boob. It is automatic. But when you realize that it is having an abnormal shape, like it's looking kind of rigid, mostly our boobs become heavier when we are ovulating or when we are menstruating. So when you are not ovulating or menstruating, you realize that your boobs is really heavy than it used to be. It looks very thick and rigid. Please, when you realize that there's redness at a part of your boob, you have to really pay attention to it. So let me tell you my experience with breast cancer screening. You don't really feel motivated to go and get your breast screened. Let me tell you something. Ever since like I realized that somebody in my family had gotten breast cancer, I started to panic. Normally there's a very big lump in our breast, but at a point, because of psychological trauma, because of what has happened to my auntie, I started beginning to feel as if the lump that is in my breast is abnormal. I was beginning to feel that way. I literally wanted to go and get screened, go and get checked, so that at least even if I go and I find out that it is positive, I found out early so something can be done about it. Luckily, during October, I saw this breast cancer screening joint in my school in front of the library. I was going to study, and when I saw it, I decided that no, let me put my bag down and just go and get screened. So I put my bag down, I went to register. I paid just 10 cedis, guys, to go and screen. So in the screening room, it was very comfortable. When I got to the screening room, it was really dark inside because they understand that most females are really insecure about their body, especially their breast. So it is really dark inside, and there's a female specialist who is going to do the screening for you. So when you get there, they will tell you to take off your top, your bra, and then they give you a wipe to wipe your boob, because definitely you've been sweating. Before the female specialist, who has a glove on, will come and touch your boob, she will first of all massage it this way. Before, there is this machine that they lift your boob and then they pass the machine right under it. That machine helps you to see your veins, the veins in your boob. You see your vessels in the boob. So when there's an abnormal lump, it is going to be black, because with the lump, the light rays cannot pass through. So when you see something like that, that is where the danger is. So fortunately for me, after I got both boobs screened, there was nothing. I only saw my blood vessels and my blood veins, and I was really like free from breast cancer. That doesn't mean that I cannot get breast cancer. I will take it upon myself to go to any nearby hospital to get screened. Limit alcohol. The more alcohol you drink, the greater your risk of developing breast cancer. You have to maintain a healthy weight. Also, you have to be physically active, and you have to breastfeed. So that is, if you've never breastfed like a kid, you also have a high risk of getting breast cancer. We know the things we can do to reduce the risk of breast cancer. So finally, we are going to look through the treatment of breast cancer. My aunt's breast cancer got to the last stage, as I said earlier. So the treatment option was chemotherapy. So this is where they kill the breast cancer cells, the abnormal cells, with some chemicals, drugs. So chemotherapy for breast cancer uses drugs to target and destroy breast cancer cells. These drugs are usually injected directly into a vein through a needle or taken by your mouth as pills. Chemotherapy for breast cancer frequently is used in addition to other treatments such as the surgery, radiation, or hormone therapy. So my auntie was supposed to go through surgery and chemotherapy. Surgery to take off the breast. So the radiation therapy, it may be used to treat breast cancer at almost every stage. So whether stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, we can use radiation as a treatment for breast cancer. The radiation therapy is an effective way to reduce the risk of breast cancer that recurs after surgery. If you followed my presentation, I made it known that once you get breast cancer, doesn't mean that you cannot get it again. You can literally get it again. So using the radiation therapy, it reduces that risk of recurring. Do you understand? So this video is actually unplanned, to be very honest. I woke up today, just 14 December, very sad. I realized that if we had known certain things, if we had also taken certain precautions, my aunt would still be with us now. But God knows best, and everything happens for a reason. May her lovely soul rest, and she was the most loveliest person you would ever have wanted to meet. Yeah, but as it stands now, she's an angel now, a pretty guardian angel. We love her so much. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel, watching this video, liking and commenting as well. God bless you.